undiscovered contestants have the best chance of becoming renowned on singing competitions like NBC's The Voice. Some celebrities have gone so far as to play jokes on The Voice coaches during the auditions. Don't give up until the very last moment. Glynn, Jess. During Monday night's episode, Jess Glynn, who was the opening act for the Spice Girls' much-anticipated reunion tour, sang her own song I'll Be There for Boy George, Delta Goodrum, Kelly Rowland, and Guy Sebastian. The audience recognized the 29-year-old singer and leapt to their feet as the stars turned their backs on her. Thankfully, all the judges turned their chairs early in the song and were up and dancing as soon as they realized who the mystery performer was. I'm compelled to inquire, "Hello, where do you hail from?" George made a witty comment. "Hello, my name is Jess," says the narrator. Glynn responded before admitting to being nervous on stage. "You know what, it's insanely frightening when you're all sat there. I'm really proud of whoever does it. Congratulations, Patrick Neal." Neal, 42, spoke with ET, in which he pranks unsuspecting celebrities, among other things. And while he admits that doing the show is a lot of fun, he admits that pulling a fast one on the judges of The Voice, for example, can be nerve-wracking. "I was Jurgen Vollmer, the host of The Voice Austria, which doesn't exist," he explained. "I'd worn prosthetic makeup for almost 3 hours. I had a different accent and didn't look anything like myself." He went on to say, "It was absolutely terrifying. They mistook me for a lunatic." In terms of his new show, Neal acknowledges that the television landscape is changing and that you don't have to be at home at a certain time to watch a show, and he hopes that Best Time Ever will change people's viewing habits. "What I like about our show is that if you are committed to watching a show, you automatically become a member of the group," he said. "You might be in the show if you're at the theater. You might be on the show if you're watching at home." After hosting Tony Awards, Neal should do a fantastic job hosting. The star of How I Met Your Mother discussed the difficult task of balancing work and family life. He explained, "The job is simply multi-leveled. You must entertain your audience. It must be respected. And now you have to teach them something. It's a tricky conceit to do all of that in the limited time between acceptance speeches." Rita Ora. "That's a little awkward." Rita Ora attempted to play a practical joke on The Voice Germany's coaches, but it did not go as planned. The singer from Your Song performed her song at the new season's blind auditions. Rita was given a 5-chair turn by the judges for her performance. The big reveal, however, didn't go as planned because none of the judges recognized her. She continued to introduce herself, but no one recognized her. One amongst the judges complimented her performance, saying it sounded almost identical to the original, while another questioned whether she was a double. Rita, who previously worked as a coach on The Voice UK, then offered to come back and coach one of the teams as a guest coach. Oria. Oria performed Bruno Mars' When I Was Your Man during her blind audition. The big red chairs, however, were not occupied by the usual coaches. They've been replaced this time with child impersonators. Even a miniature Oria sat in the chair watching the show. The children did an excellent job of imitating their adult counterparts and appeared to be seriously considering whether or not they enjoyed the audition. While Oria performed, the real coaches stood backstage, smiling excitedly as the kids turned around. They finally turned at the same time, near the end of the song, after a long wait. Oria grinned as she noticed who was occupying the chairs. She burst out laughing after hitting the last note. Backstage, the coaches couldn't stop laughing at the joke as well. Oria's audition video on YouTube received a lot of positive feedback from viewers. "It's no surprise she's a judge," exclaims another. One person in the comments said, "That blonde can sing." Jessie J. When Jessie took the stage, the other coaches' chairs were turned so they couldn't see her despite knowing who she was. Before beginning her performance, Jessie joked, "This is where no one turns, and it's really awkward." She continued, "It's really scary up here," before realizing, "Oh, I'm not supposed to speak." She prepared to perform Whitney Houston's I Have Nothing as the lights faded. As Jessie sang, the audience erupted in applause and ecstatic. All of the coaches turned around for Jessie as she sang the chorus. Jessie's seat was taken by one of the Madden brothers, and all 4 chairs turned. After Jessie finished singing, the coaches and audience applauded her. Ronan Keating even rose from his seat to applaud. As if she were a contestant, Jessie went on to introduce herself. As the song progressed, Jessie became increasingly immersed in it, tossing her jacket to the ground at one point. Her voice became much gentler for the final notes after the big notes. New Cucci and Acta. Acta took the stage with a sequin hood over her head, concealing her face. The coaches were visibly delighted when she began singing Running, a song by Naughty Boy, Beyoncé, and Aero Benjamin. Aita eventually unveiled her face by removing her hood. For Aita's performance, all 4 coaches turned around and danced with her. She displayed an incredible stage presence as well as a powerful voice. The coaches gave her a standing ovation after the song was over. Aita didn't join a team so as to compete on the show. She did it for the sheer enjoyment of it. She is said to have given participants advice, advising them to have fun and not worry too much about whether or not their performance will make people sit up and take notice. She also mentioned that it reminded her of her stint on Germany's The Voice. Aita performed Love Wave, a song she co-wrote for Eurovision 2016. During the competition, she won the titles of Next Top Model and Best Female Solo Vocalist. Aita has singles to her credit. Over the years, she has also appeared in a number of films and television shows. Mariah Carey. In this fan-made footage of Mariah Carey singing All I Want for Christmas Is You for the Turn panel of judges, we see her having to pass a virtual blind audition in a humorous editing exercise. While none of the footage is linked, some of the logic may make sense. All of the comments appear to be reasonable, although we doubt that the diva would find it amusing. Would she really only be able to flip 3 chairs in real life, despite the fact that it took her so long? On The Voice, the competition is fierce, and that performance could have been much better. For some, this is a difficult clip to see. For others, it is a difficult clip to listen to. Fans of Mariah Carey can breathe easy now. This is nothing more than a piece of comic video wizardry, combining The Voice with a live and unplugged performance of All I Want for Christmas by the Queen herself, Adam Levine. On the Season 8 episode of The Voice, Coach Adam Levine decided to do his blind auditions. Maroon 5's lead vocalist sang Tiny Dancer, a song by Elton John. To the satisfaction of his fellow coaches, Adam Levine walks onto the stage to greet a candidate and then asks if he can take a blind audition as a challenge, according to the footage, which was posted on YouTube. The video description reads, "Finally, Adam Levine realizes his ambition of blind auditioning for The Voice, turning some chairs with his interpretation on Elton John's Tiny Dancer." As the stage lights went dark, Levine muttered, "I'm so afraid." After hearing Adam Levine's version of Tiny Dancer, Christina Aguilera, a fellow coach, was the first to turn around. As Adam Levine continued to sing, the 2 coaches on The Voice, Blake Shelton and Pharrell Williams, turned around. "Don't be a snob, Adam," Levine urged. Pharrell Williams got out of his chair to press Adam Levine's "I Want You" button. Following his performance, he expressed gratitude to the appreciative audience and stated that he needed to choose a coach. The 35-year-old musician went with his instincts and joined Team Christina. Christina Aguilera declared in her commentary as Adam's coach that she can lead Adam Levine all the way to the end, but that they must collaborate on some issues. Christina Aguilera, 34, believes there are a few potential tweaks and fine-tunings that need to be made. But as Adam Levine's coach, she is confident she can manage them. They reversed their direction. Levine burst up laughing. Except for one, according to country musician Blake Shelton, all of the performances seen by the coaches in The Voice Season 8 blind auditions were amazing. Adam Levine felt compelled to audition for Season 8 of The Voice. The country artist went on to say that he merely pressed his button to see what the freak looked like. Thank you very much for taking the time to look at this video. For the time being, that's all I have to say. I hope you had a good time watching it. Please like, comment, and give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, set on post notifications to keep up with the latest.